Just under a decade ago, the world watched as France played host to the pivotal COP21 summit, a gathering that birthed the historic Paris Agreement. The commitment was clear: to combat climate change with determination and urgency. Fast forward to today, as we stand on the brink of the first full global stocktake at COP28, the journey has been one of significant strides, but also one that highlights the steep climb that still remains. In the 10 years since the Paris Agreement, France has made considerable progress towards reducing its carbon footprint, joining the ranks of 20 other nations on a similar path. There's a caveat, though. While the decline in greenhouse gas emissions is a positive sign, experts caution that the current pace falls short of meeting the commitments outlined in the Paris Agreement. To borrow the words of Lola Vallejo, climate director at IDIDRI, the situation is akin to a glass half full. The goals France has set for itself are ambitious. The nation aims to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2050, in line with the EU's goal of halving emissions by 2030. With a significant portion of its energy needs met by nuclear power, a low-carbon energy source, and an objective to generate 40% of electricity from green sources by 2030, it appears that France is on the right track. However, the missed renewable energy targets for 2020 have cast a shadow over these efforts, highlighting the challenges in transitioning to sustainable energy. A key issue is the sluggish shift from petrol-fueled cars to electric vehicles. This transition needs to pick up speed if France is to stay in line with its climate goals. The country has demonstrated its commitment to tackling this issue head-on, with measures such as banning air travel for domestic short-haul journeys that can be completed by train. France is also implementing innovative measures across various sectors. The French Climate and Resilience Law, for example, aims to provide consumers with information about the environmental impact of clothing through labels. The real estate sector is also under scrutiny, with new laws requiring buildings to have a significantly lower carbon footprint. For developers like Novaxia, such regulations are viewed as opportunities to convert existing buildings into low-carbon developments. As COP28 beckons, it's clear that France, despite making significant progress, still faces substantial obstacles in meeting the climate targets set out in the Paris Agreement. The urgency of the situation has driven the nation to implement a range of measures, from restricting air travel to tightening building emissions regulations. With continued efforts and a commitment to innovative solutions, France remains an integral part of the global endeavour to combat climate change and fulfil the promises made in the Paris Climate Accord. So, there you have it. France's journey in the fight against climate change is a testament to progress and ambition, but it also underscores the significant challenges that remain. As we all strive for a sustainable future, let's remember that we share a collective responsibility in this global endeavour. Thank you for joining me on this journey.